Hi guys, here I am again with a new react. This time is forward of this video. This is very interesting and funny, so everybody please see it.
Heather here, and I just want to do a quick video before the update hits and respond to your questions and comments that you've been asking me both in my sneak peek video, which I'll link to in the description down below, and also on Twitter. And just wanted to clarify some things that you've had questions about, and also just to give you some updates on what's been going on in case you haven't been watching Clash of Clans Twitter, some of the stuff they've been hinting at. Also, if you did miss the live stream today, you can still check that out by going to the Clash of Clans YouTube channel and seeing the war challenge between Reddit Omega and Dark Looters as they use the new update to attack each other, so you can get a feel for Town Hall 11 attacking as it will be when the update is released to the public. And also through this video I'm going to be showing you some Town Hall 9 air attacks that I've been doing on the developer build, so you can kind of get a sense for how the dragon and the loons are going to be changing in this update, and that's going to affect all the Town Hall levels. Now, one of the hottest topics with this update, and it has been a hot topic in the back rooms with the other content developers as we're doing these sneak peeks, are the level 12 walls. People just aren't that excited about them because they are a very minimalistic and simple design from what we're used to, and that works really well from a graphic designer perspective. They look really nice. I love the glow and everything, but as we're progressing in a game environment, you're kind of expecting there to be a little bit more, and probably something more aesthetic from the top down, and something to really set them apart from the level 3 walls. So I wanted to show you guys some of the design concepts that people out in the community have come up with. This first one that I'm showing you is from the forums. It was posted by John4938, and you can see all he's done is just added a gold thread to the top of these walls, but I think that's enough to really set them apart, and it looks pretty cool. I really like it. It's still really clean lines, still very minimalistic, but I think it's enough to make them not just look like level 3 walls. So the first set of walls that I showed you, I'm going to label them number 1 from John over in the forums, and then the next set of 7 walls actually come from Y Scorpion over on Reddit, and I'm going to link to his thread down in the description below so you can go and check out the original post where I got these from. And so I'm going to label those 2 through 8 because there's 7 different variations that he did, and then you can vote for number 9 if you like them just the way they are. So here we go through Y Scorpion's ideas. So for idea 2, he just adds gold dots in between the main wall sections. On idea 3, he takes the main wall sections and adds a gold pyramid cap to each of those. On idea 4, he adds them both the small dots and the pyramid caps. On idea 5, it's just gold chains all along the sides. On idea 6, it's the gold chains plus the smaller dots. And on idea 7, gold chains plus the gold pyramids. And the final idea is everything with the gold pyramids and the gold dots and the chains along the side. Pretty over the top, but it's kind of cool to see how they look in the village, just to add a little bit at a time and see what really sets it off and kind of what would make it look great. I kind of like just having a little bit of gold on top. I just feel like there needs to be something on top of the walls, and that will really set it off, even if it's just John's idea and just doing this strip of gold down the center. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you think, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who love it just the way it is too. Alright, so let's get into some of the comments and questions that you guys have been asking me. The first one up is asking about hogs on the high Town Hall levels. I take that to be specifically Town Hall 10 and 11. Are we going to see them more? I think we're already starting to see them a lot more with the giant bomb changes, but I definitely think that having even a higher level hog is going to make them even more useful at these higher Town Hall levels when you're doing multiple phase attacks. They are definitely troops that are going to come in handy, especially for these multiple phase attacks, by having just those back-end targeted defenses that don't have to worry about walls, or just being able to take out key defenses like air defenses on air attacks. I think we're going to be seeing them even more than we did before. Having that extra level is always going to help. Or if you are a max Town Hall 11, you have everything done, I probably would research the Golem to level 6 before I would do the Hog Rider, but that's just me because I use the Golems more as an important part of my attacks, and the Hog Riders typically are something that's going to be used on the back end for cleanup. Another common comment was talking about why aren't P.E.K.K.A.'s level 4 being dropped down to Town Hall 9. And that's something that I talked about ages ago, that it was crazy that we didn't have P.E.K.K.A.'s level 4 drop down to Town Hall 9 once P.E.K.K.A.'s level 5 were introduced to the game. But now I'm kind of feeling like Town Hall 9 is getting even easier from the offensive meta, so I don't think that's a good idea to give Town Hall 9's level 4 P.E.K.K.A. unless there was something on the defensive side to counter that. Because now the Town Hall 9s don't have Teslas that do 2x damage to P.E.K.K.A.s, and that's already giving them a huge boost with just using P.E.K.K.A.'s level 3, and then to give them P.E.K.K.A.'s level 4. I don't know how much that could really throw things into being off balanced. I think Town Hall 9 is such a great place when it comes to offense versus defense balance, and so I'd be really worried about giving Town Hall 9 more offense and making it any easier than it already is. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe it wouldn't be a big enough deal. I've always just kind of thought it was silly that Town Hall 10 had 2 levels for P.E.K.K.A. Yes, a lot of people are excited about Town Hall 11. You're excited to be able to see these different kind of Town Hall 9 strategies being used at Town Hall 11 and being able to see 3-star Town Hall 11 attacks. I think Town Hall 11 is getting a lot of great balancing with this update. They're getting a lot of offense with very little added to the defense, and it really needed to happen. Town Hall 11 was definitely way too top heavy when it came to defense. And so I think Town Hall 11 is going to be a very enticing place to be, especially for Town Hall 10s, because not a lot was put in the game for Town Hall 10. And so now it's just makes it look like going to Town Hall 11 is even that much better. And I don't like that. I'd like to see Town Hall 10 be a much more balanced place and a fun place to be, a place that people want to stick at and be able to max out, just like we've all done with Town Hall 9. Town Hall 10 should also be enticing enough that all those people that are still stuck at Town Hall 9 want to progress in the game. And I don't think Town Hall 10 is there. I don't think this update's going to push it there, but I have a lot of confidence in the Clash team. They know what's going on in the game. They're listening to us, and it's something that's important to them, but they're also not going to rush to anything and offset the balance in the totally opposite direction either. So people have been asking about, what's going on with the miners? Are they going to do anything with this update? That's something that I know that they're working on. That's something they're looking at, but it's not tested to the point that it can be released in this update, so they're not going to do it. And I think that's a good thing, because there's no point in pushing through another update for the miners and then having to revert back again to get them just perfect. And I hear a lot of talk about, why isn't Clash of Clans more like Clash Royale? Why aren't they bringing out more troops? Why aren't they doing this? They're doing a lot of updates in Clash Royale. Why don't they do the same thing with Clash of Clans? Clash of Clans is a completely different game, and I believe it's far more difficult to keep a game like Clash of Clans balanced than it is a game like Clash Royale, because your balance also depends on how skilled your players are with regards to not only their offense but also their defense. There's just so many variables going on, and the defense of this game is really key, and just how capable the players are of being able to build these really difficult bases to 3-star. In Clash Royale, there's definitely an easier sifting process where you get the top skilled players who all have the same level of troops that are able to stay at the top and match up against each other, but you don't see that same thing when it comes to Clan Wars and Clash of Clans. You can get people who don't have nearly the amount of skills who are still matched up against people who have way better skills, but they simply have the same level of buildings, the same level of troops, so there's a lot more going on. It's a far more complex game, and it's the reason why I really enjoy playing Clash of Clans. A lot of you guys have been asking, how's this going to affect my Town Hall level? What's in the update for me? And really, the most important things that are coming from this update for you guys are the attack speeds of the Dragon, the Loon, and the P.E.K.K.A. are changing, and that's going to make those troops just that much more enticing to use at all Town Hall levels. The troops are just snappier, they attack faster, they keep up with the faster moving troops better. Now, this is the same damage per second, which means they're doing less damage per strike, but they're doing the same amount of damage over time. They're just going to move faster. If you watch my sneak peek video, I go into great detail about this, how it's different from the current build and how it will be in live build, and I think it's a really good thing. Coming from the developers, they see this as being a buff. It's not going to be a huge buff, but as you can see in the live stream, this little bit of change is definitely going to help those air attacks and also the P.E.K.K.A. attacks being able to have a much better chance at 3-starring. And also something else for all you Town Hall levels, if you read the release notes in the Clash of Clans blog for this new update, down at the very bottom, they posted an image with a Christmas tree with 3 gifts under it, and they hinted that they are going to have these 3 gifts shared out with you guys over the next week. So, and put a little teaser there, what's going to be in the first present. So there's definitely something coming for everybody, but that has not been announced yet what those are. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is something that I know is on your minds, it's on my mind, it's on my clanmates' mind, it's something that comes up a lot, and it's something that I promise you I am asking about constantly differently to the Clash team, and that is what's going to be done about these engineered clans and engineered accounts. And I know that with every update, there's always tweaks and stuff that are going on to the war algorithm and things to make it better. I know with this last update that they made some changes there to make it so these clans had a more difficult time to match up. I don't know if there's any changes that are coming out in this update. There likely will be, just because I think that they always are adding new things in there to make things more balanced, because no, they don't want to see these engineered clans matching up against clans that are not engineered and having people be frustrated with how their war attack. You know, they want everybody to enjoy the game. They want everybody to enjoy clan wars. At the same time, one of the things that makes Clash great is that people can play it however they want to play it. But I've done a whole video on the engineered clans thing. I don't like it. It's not something that I promote. I'd like to see some drastic changes come to it, but not so drastic that it means that these players that are engineering their accounts now are just obsolete and their accounts worthless. I want to be able to see some way that these guys can catch up and be balanced, that there's going to be some incentive to having a balanced defense with offense, and I think we'd all like to see it. I think those who are engineered would like to see that too. I don't think they want to play the game this way, but if you're going to have an advantage for your clan by playing that way, then it's kind of hard not to. I think it would be kind of boring to play that way, and so I think they would enjoy the game more if there wasn't such a big incentive to be lopsided. So definitely not what you want to hear from me on that, other than to say, hey, it's something that's really important to me. It's something that I'm speaking out about. There's a lot of us that are speaking out about it, and I have to say it's really awesome to see just how much the Clash team is listening to the community, not just us that are in the NDA, but they're